I received a gut-wrenching email from a girl claiming that she is my biological daughter and accused me of assaulting her mother, but I'm innocent, and this never happened. I received an email last week from a woman claiming we are a DNA match, and she is my biological daughter. It was a long and emotionally charged letter. She said she knew she was a child of Rope, and while she had no desire to form a relationship with me, she wanted me to know that she existed and to understand the pain and anguish I had caused her and her mother and grandparents. The letter was gut-wrenching. I was shocked but also skeptical. I have been married for 25 years and have 3 great kids. I have never roped or abused a woman ever. I thought this had to be a prank or scam. I had done home DNA ancestry testing 2 years ago, and it had not shown a child I wasn't aware of. But when I logged into my account, there she was. I did some sleuthing and figured out that her mother was a woman, Terry, whom I had dated for about a month during our first semester of college in the mid-1980s. We broke it off mutually and remained friendly. The very last night of the second semester, we hooked up at a dorm party and went to my room and had intimacy. It was a casual hookup, and I remember it as 100% consensual and very passionate, also unprotected. Afterward, we returned to the party and enjoyed dancing and mingling with friends. We both went home the following day for summer break. Terry didn't return to college the following year, which I gave very little thought to since we weren't close and hadn't bothered to communicate all summer. One of the reasons Terry and I were incompatible was religion. She was Catholic, and I'm Jewish. I was not religious, but she grew up in a strict household. I suppose that when she discovered the pregnancy, she told her family she had been roped rather than admitting to premarital intimacy with a Jewish ex-boyfriend. But who knows? Maybe she had other reasons. It kills me that I have a daughter in her 30s who has been fed lies about her father. I can't imagine growing up thinking I was a product of Rope. That has to be so hard psychologically. I am in pain for a child I didn't even know existed just a few days ago. And who hates me? I've been debating what to do. I have not written back to my daughter. I badly want to tell her the truth so she can believe it. My wife, who has been a rock the last few days, keeps telling me to give this some time and thought. Update. I hired a lawyer. He recommended that I respond to my daughter's email to deny the Rope allegation unequivocally. I wrote her a short message and described how and when Terry and I met. I was careful not to attack Terry and to offer sympathy. I explained that our intimacy was consensual. A week went by with no response. 2 days ago, my daughter wrote me and said Terry now claims she was roped a month after she and I had intimacy and that her doctors told her that the baby was born prematurely 8 months later. She's saying her doctors misled her. I find that very hard to believe, but if it's true, it is awful. And if it's not, I guess it gives Terry a way out without exposing her big lie, which may be best for everyone. Yesterday, I spoke to my daughter for the first time. She and I were crying, so it wasn't easy to say much. Before we hung up, I told her I loved her because she was my flesh and blood, and I hoped we could get to know each other and meet my grandchild. She sobbed so much after that and said she's been waiting her whole life to hear those words. My wife and I told our kids about a week ago. They are teenagers and took it well. All 3 are interested in meeting their new sister and niece. My wife, my beautiful, caring, best friend ever, she's been nothing but supportive. She has offered that we invite my daughter and granddaughter to visit over the Christmas holidays, even suggesting we pay the airfare and offer them our guest room. My daughter will call me again tonight, and I will propose she come or offer to fly to her if she's more comfortable. We have a lifetime of catching up to do. Meantime, as for Terry, I feel like my daughter and I were robbed, but I don't want to dwell on it. She hasn't reached out to me, and I don't plan to either, though I'm prepared to be cordial if she does. Listen to her story and be open-minded.